Alright guys, so welcome back to yet another video of me reacting to YouTubers' cars. I'm about a week in advance now on videos, so I don't actually know how you've received these videos. But what I do know is that for me, it's been a blast to react to people's cars and basically just walk you through what I like about their cars. It's harmless fun. Today we have got TGE TV and his car collection. Now his car collection is huge, so I have just chosen a few cars that stand out to me, both present cars that he has and past cars that he has had. If you do enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, comment any suggestions or improvements, and let's crack on with car number one. Now car number one is his Lamborghini Murcielago. This car is a manual car, which instantly makes it rare. It makes it even more valuable than the standard one, if you can even call it that. It's finished in a I would call it like a millennium jade colour. If you're into your R34 Skylines, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like a lovely dark green, or if anything, it's like a light green. I don't know. It's nice. These cars are just climbing and climbing in value. And TGE, he's not daft. A lot of his cars are assets. They do go up in value. This happens to be one of them, which then leads me on to the second car of today. Is Porsche Carrera GT. These cars are infamous to be dangerous to drive, especially if you've never driven one before or you don't know how to. They're a manual rear-wheel drive V10 with, I believe, no traction control. They might not even have anti-lock brakes. There's like minimal driver aid. The way you set off isn't by doing accelerator and clutch. It's just clutch. So if you do accelerator, you'll end up doing a massive spin. They are no joke. They are not a car to be just hopped in and driven. And the values are starting to show that. I believe these are now over £1 million, which reflects them perfect. As I said, TGE, he's not daft. Everything he buys is an investment of some sort, whether it be for content or for personal financial gain. And this is one of them. Whether he plans to sell it or not, it's always nice to know that your money is in a safe place come a rainy day. Car number three is actually his second of three Porsche 992 Turbo S's. Now this one is a silver cab with a red roof. Absolutely stunning car. I think the 992, bar the GT3, I'm not a fan of the GT3, but the 992 in general is the best car, the best 911 Porsche I've ever made. The rear brake light line at the back is stunning, and obviously, as I said, he's now had 3 Turbo S's, so they must be special cars. In the current market, they are probably quite a safe place to put the money as well, because there's not many being built, so the values won't plummet. However, if we were back like 3-4 years, these probably wouldn't have been the best place to put your money. However, what do I actually know? It's a sick car. As I said, he's had 3, so there must be something good with these cars. But I chose this one out of the other 2 because it is just stunning. The silver, it is the classiest spec Turbo S that I've personally seen. Tom not only has taste, but he has a financial mind. I've followed him for years. I think I followed him since he had his very first F12, and he's dabbled in a lot of cars like an M4 DTM, an old shape GT3 RS. I think he had an M2 at some point as well. He's dabbled in a lot of cars, so it's good to see that he's finally investing, I guess, in cool cars as well. They're not just cars that are going to sit away and do nothing. They're cars you can hop in and actually have fun, exactly like this 997 GT3 RS. Now, I don't believe this is the 4 litre because I believe them values have already flown. However, just the standard, if we can even call it that, GT3 RS, especially in the 997 shape, is stunning. I think this is one of the last pure race cars. The 991, yes, it was a special shouty loud everything. I just think it was a bit more toned down for everyday use, whereas the 997 is like a pure breed race car. This is white with grey accents both in the flags on the side and the rims as well. Classy car. There's nothing else to say. The car does all the speaking. He is a sucker for Porsche. I have tried to not include too many Porsches in this video, but I think his garage, it must be over half of the garage is made up of Porsches. Now, next is a car that he sold a while ago. I think he made a video saying how he might have a chance to buy it back. That is his Defender. Now, it was a 90, which is the smaller wheelbase one. I believe he also got it from Urban as well, so it had a couple small little touches which makes it stand out. He had a pressed plate on it as well, which is for classic cars. However, I think this car was like a 2015, I want to say. It was like one of the newer ones, but it still looks old, which is why he was able to get away with the press plates. It does look stunning. The grey is like, it's not a Defender colour. Like you would think they're like a rugged car. This car just looks spot on. Obviously, like they drive like vans, they feel like vans, but I just think, me personally, they look so sick. If it wasn't for Tom having one, I may not be as interested in them as I am. Next is the most controversial car he's ever bought. That was the 488 Pista IKEA spec. He must have got slated every single day for the colour combo of this car. It was like a satin matte blue with a yellow stripe going over the centre, and I believe the interior was like all yellow as well. Very punchy spec, not really Tom's type. He's quite a classy guy. However, I guess when you're on the internet, stirring up beef and stirring up chatter is the perfect thing anyone can want. And the final car for today is a very special car for him. It is his E93 M3. So the E93 is a V8 cab of the E92 shape. The reason this car is so special to him is because he recently, well, it wasn't actually that recently now, but he bought it back after selling it. It was like the first proper sports car that he bought, and he couldn't really afford it, so he had to give it up. But I believe it's the last car he saw his dad in. So value wise, they're not amazing compared to his collection, but sentimental value wise, this car, I can't see him having to get rid of it again. Something like that with a story like that would mean so much to everyone, so I can only respect him for buying the car back. And yeah, that's my thoughts on TGE. I followed him for a long time, as I said. I don't think he's ever had a car that I haven't liked. In fact, to be honest, he's changed my mind on a lot of cars I didn't originally like. So yeah, as I said, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Comment any suggestions or improvements, and hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers.